For hundreds of years, the game of golf has been one of the more calm yet challenging sports played today. I mean, that's what I'm told. I'm not really into golf unless it's putt-putt, and I haven't gone to a course in many years. But I can talk about golf in video games. While not as big as football or basketball games, there is a sizable player base for golf games, especially with the Tiger Woods series by EA, which I'll eventually get to those. But today, the golf games we'll be talking about are tackling a very important issue, something that has been sorely missed in the world of video game golf. That's right. Thanks to my good friend and patron Stefan, we'll be checking out the Outlaw Golf series. Now, the Outlaw Saga is comprised of 3 different sports spanning across 7 games over the 6th generation of consoles. These games are known for their over-the-top early 2000s humor of crude gags and sexual overtones. In fact, when I was first working on this Xbox special, I had thought about adding these to the mix, but I figured 4 games was plenty enough. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's see if these golf games are more than just, well... So, as I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page about it, Outlaw Golf is a golf game where you or up to 3 friends can partake in a friendly game across 3 courses. Exhibition mode consists of 8 different game types, like time attack, casino mode where you bet money, or team golf, that you can play against bots or friends if you just want a fast game. Tour mode is the game's career mode, where you'll compete in 30 different events which unlock new characters, clubs, and balls. Then you have a practice mode called Outlaw Range to work on your shots. Other than that, it's golf. You choose your clubs, aim your shot, press the button at the right time, and 4. If you've played any 3D golf game from around this time, it's pretty much the same. The controls are very responsive and are easy to pick up, which, for someone who doesn't play golf, is very welcome. So let's get to what makes Outlaw Golf stand out from the Tiger Woods games of the day. Well, from a gameplay perspective, the big feature is the composure meter. As you're playing, your composure meter affects how your game is. For example, if you take too many shots or hit a sand trap, your composure will lower, causing the controls to be less responsive and making shots harder to take. To raise your composure, you can make great shots, or, if you have a token to use it, beat the hell out of your caddy. I mean, sure, why not? Visually, the characters of Outlaw Golf is where a lot of the game's raunchy attitude comes from. From characters ranging to a stripper, a rapper, hippie, redneck, and more, the roster here is very early 2000s, but in a kinda semi-charming way, and look very animated, like a cartoon you'd watch on Spike TV. Remember Spike TV? The courses, though, are very colorful and vibrant, something I wasn't expecting in a golf game with strippers. Shame there's only 3 of them, though. Audio-wise, the characters are voiced appropriately to their designs, which is pretty funny, though the big standout has to go to the commentator, voiced by Steve Carell, as he definitely steals the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the scenic Turnpike Valley Country Club. Trixie has been playing golf at private clubs ever since she was a wee little snob. Dumb as a ball washer and ruder than a slicing drive, Trixie's handicap is her mouth. She hails from quote-unquote, none of your business USA. Carrying Trixie's bags is her deep-pocketed and equally self-absorbed caddy, Connor. Well, the little hand and the big hand are telling me it's time to start this round.
Meanwhile, the music present is alright, but it doesn't really stand out, especially with Carell's commentary taking front and center. Overall, the first Outlaw Golf is a somewhat funny take on the sport, but that's really where it ends. It's not a terrible game per se, but after a few playthroughs, unlocking everything as you go, there's not much reason to go back to it. But if you see it for a few bucks and you're interested, I say give it a go. Now, this wouldn't be the end of Outlaw Golf, as a few months later, 9 Holes of Christmas would release on December 23, 2002, and 9 more Holes for Christmas on November 15, 2003, for Xbox only as a Blockbuster Video exclusive. Similar to Christmas Nights for the Sega Saturn, essentially these are holiday-themed demos where you can play a winter-themed level with selected characters in Christmas attire. They don't really add to the first game, but they're neat little additions that you could probably find for a couple bucks. On October 21st, 2004, the Outlaw Golf saga concluded with Outlaw Golf 2. New characters were added along with the old, 5 new courses as well as the first game's original 3, but redone. You can now go online, and probably still could via X-Link these days. Plus a few new modes to go along with the classics like baseball golf and challenges where you drive a golf cart, earning you a perfect shot token if you win, which allowed your shot to go wherever you want regardless of how much power you used. Now, I know I just kind of rattled out that info very quickly, and that's because even with all this new stuff added, the gameplay remains pretty much the same. You still have Exhibition, Tour, and the Outlaw range. The composure meter is back with some slight changes, and you can still beat up your caddies. Thankfully though, the controls also stayed the same, which, I figured they would anyway. For presentation, Outlaw Golf 2's visuals are a nice improvement over the original, both in character and stage design, but it's not a monumental leap. Audio-wise, the music's about the same. It's there, but it doesn't really stick with you. The voice acting, though, is still on point, and while Dave Attell replaced Steve Carell as the commentator, he still does a good job of making you laugh.
Breathe deep, cause there's nothing like the smell of moonshine on the bayou. Welcome to Mosquito Greens, the only golf course where the players double as gator bait. Hope you brought plenty of bug repellent, because the flies here are the size of my ass. Hailing from the mean streets of Queens, Donna don't take no crap from no one. This disco golfing diva has been swinging clubs since she was 10. Then she discovered you could also hit golf balls with them. When Donna's got a groove on, she can smoke your ass in a New York minute. Lugging Donna's clubs is her linguini slurping boyfriend, caddy, and made man wannabe, Vinny.
Truthfully, Outlaw Golf 2 feels more like an expansion pack than a sequel, but that's okay. It's still a fun golf game to play with friends, and with a little bit more to do, this one's probably worth grabbing first over the original and the Christmas discs. But let's face it, if you're lucky, you could probably get all of these bundled under $20 to $25. In the end, not a bad bunch of golf games, but definitely not worth being included in the Xbox special. Now, the Outlaw brand didn't just stop at golf. No, those knuckleheads got into 2 other sports, volleyball and tennis. But we'll have to take a look at those another time. But for now, this is the Dali Popka saying, as always, stay green, my friends. I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode and want more of me and the Big Green, then click that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new content arrives. I want to say a special thank you to my patrons for helping not just the channel grow, but me as a creator. You have my forever thanks. If you're interested in the channel and would like to help it grow further, consider becoming a patron today. For the cost of a soda or an item on the dollar menu, you can help myself and the channel provide the best source of Big Green programming and more. Once again, all the thanks and love.